doing? Today I'm going to review an eyeshadow palette from Wet n Wild. It's the 8-pan eyeshadow palette and it's called Blue Had Me at Hello. This is the only 8-pan eyeshadow palette that I own. I think there's 4 available, so when I purchased these, I kind of just left it at the 1, but I will eventually purchase the rest of them. But I really wanted to show you this eyeshadow palette because I think it's absolutely amazing for the price it is. There's one in particular that's going around and it's called Comfort Zone, and it is the most popular one out of the 4 of these. But I'm not really usually into my blues, but I absolutely love this palette. I think it's absolutely fantastic. What I love about Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes is that they're just brilliantly made. They're just brilliantly packed into these palettes. They're coordinating with each other. Each palette is coordinating with each other for a daytime and nighttime look. The colours go with each other all the time. I love a palette that's like that. So this one is Blue Had Me at Hello. It's basically a mixture of matte, shimmery and frosty shades. There's 8 eyeshadows all together. What I love about this is that if anybody's new to makeup or anything like that, there's basically instructions on how to use these. Like the top shade is for the brow bone, which is basically a highlight. The second shade then is for the eyelid. Third shade is for the crease, and fourth shade is for the definer. Now, Wet n Wild sell trios eyeshadow palettes, which is just basically 3 eyeshadows in one. And they have the brow bone, eyelid and crease. But what I love about this one is that it has an extra eyeshadow, which is definer, which is brilliant. I love it. So you're basically getting an eyeshadow applicator. One side is the normal sponge side and another side is a slanted kind of brush type, which is alright if you didn't have brushes, but for anybody who uses brushes all the time, this is not really worth it keeping, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some swatches of these, but I will have swatches on my blog. All my swatches are always made without a primer unless I have to use a primer. So when you go to my blog and you see the swatches, they're basically made without a primer. I just love the pigmentation on these palettes. They're just amazing. This is $5. 8 eyeshadows for $5. Like, if you don't have them, you gotta go get them. Unfortunately, this Wet n Wild brand is not available everywhere. I don't think it's available anywhere except for the US. I bought these off a particular site, as I mentioned in my previous video. Non-Pareil, I think it's called. I'll put the link down below anyway, but I bought all of my Wet n Wild products off that site. It's also available on eBay as well. I checked that. So it is available, but you will be paying shipping, and it depends on how much products you buy. But Non-Pareil site is a little bit on the steep side for postage, so just be careful you don't overdo it with buying products on that site. Even if you just bought a couple of things each time, then it works out perfect for you. Or, as I said, buy them on eBay. They're perfect on eBay. I've had purchased off eBay before. One tip I do say is that you're better off going for a top rated seller. Anyway, back to the palette. Babble, 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 babble. I'm going to start with this side first. I'm going to swatch this side and then I'm going to swatch this side. So starting off, I'm going to start off with the brow bone shade. Starting off, it is a shimmery white. Now, it's not as pigmented as I would have wanted it to be, but it is a great highlight for the inner corner of your eyes. You don't really need that much product for the inner corner of your eyes, so that's perfect shade for that. It's not as pigmented, so you would have to kind of swipe your brush across this to get your enough product to do the inner corner of your eye. Or anybody who likes a good brow bone colour, this is perfect for that too. The next colour is absolutely fantastic. It is highly pigmented and it is a beautiful cool silver colour. and it is gorgeous, very pigmented. You only need a very, very tiny little bit of that, and that's supposed to go on the eyelid. But you don't even have to go by the actual palette. You can use this any way you want to, but it's just for people who are starting off with makeup who don't really know what goes where or whatever. It's just to give people an idea of a look to go for. The next colour is a beautiful dark navy with blue sparkle. As you can see, look at the pigmentation on that. Now it looks more black, and to be honest with you, my pictures, it kind of looks a little black as well, but it is a beautiful colour when blended out. It's gorgeous. Look at the pigmentation on that. It's unreal. And last but not least is a matte black. Like, how often can you say you find a proper matte black on an eyeshadow palette? And look at the pigmentation of that. I was over the moon when I came across this. A pure black matte shade. Look at the pigmentation on those two colours. They're absolutely fantastic. Now, this side is more of a baby blue shade, and it isn't. I wouldn't really use this on the brow bone. I'd more use this on the lid, to be honest with you. Even for an inner corner, for the tear duct, it wouldn't be really a highlight shade for there. Well, I wouldn't use it as a highlight shade, but it is a beautiful colour, very highly pigmented, easy to blend with. The next shade is a beautiful blue. I'm not just swatching the bottom colour as well as the top colour. This is a beautiful, beautiful bright teal colour. Absolutely highly pigmented, very easy to blend with as well. Absolutely love and adore that. The next colour is fabulous. Look at that colour. The shimmery navy blue. It's more of a metallic finish. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Easy to work with too. And last but not least is a dark, kind of more matte black with silver shimmer. And it is gorgeous colour too. So that's perfect for a nighttime look. If you wanted to spruce up your look, you could go for that. But the pigmentation on these colours are absolutely incredible. For $5, if you wanted a good eyeshadow that's going to last, a good drugstore eyeshadow that's going to last literally all day, imagine using a primer with these colours. They last all day without even moving. They last all day. These are just, I'm just totally amazed by the pigmentation of these eyeshadows. I think they're amazing. I think you really should give them a go and see what you think of them. I love the eyeshadows. I think they're amazing. I'll be purchasing the rest of these for sure. I think that they're highly worth it. Like the Wet n Wild 6-pan eyeshadows are the same price, and you're getting 2 extra eyeshadows for the same price on these. So what's that say? It's just well worth it. I definitely want to get the Comfort Zone one. I think everyone has highly recommended that one. The other two I'll definitely buy as well because they're totally worth it. So I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll be happy to answer any of them. I will be doing another video on the Wet n Wild trio eyeshadows. I just have a lot more. This is why I split them up, because I have a lot more of the trio eyeshadows to show you, and I didn't want to do them all together because it would have been a extremely long video and you would be half asleep. Probably would have fallen asleep halfway through the video. So I hope this was helpful. Take care, mind yourselves, and I shall talk to you soon. Toodaloo!